So tonight, this is like a recap of the LEARNTOR cohort. Emmanuel, I'll bring you up as well to say one or two things. A LEARNTOR cohort session, and I'm so delighted to have on the screen Nonso Ola to share their perspective from today's learning. I'm particularly excited about tonight because it was a practical simulation of what we have learned. At LEARNTOR, we're not focused on certification. As much as it's great, you need to be able to defend the certification that you've got, you know? So I'd like to call on Nonso to share your perspective from tonight's class, the value you got tonight, okay?
Okay, so I think like tonight's class was really good. It was very like informative because I got to practice being in like a real life interview situation. And I think that that's completely different from practicing by myself because I have someone or other people to give me feedback. So that was really helpful. Also like I also had people to remind me to use some of the technical BA vocabulary in an interview situation because that would help my interview performance in real life. So I think that was very beneficial. And then also watching other people as well do an interview simulation was really nice. So yeah, the class was very productive.
Thank you so much, Nonso. I appreciate that. I appreciate the feedback. So, Ola, how was tonight's class for you as well? How was tonight's class?
Yeah, tonight's class, so far, so good, beautiful. I'd like to share something. I had an interview yesterday, although it was not connected to be a Scrum or, but I applied for the sound engineering job, which is something that I do by the side. It's my passion. It's what I love to do. So I applied on Indeed, in London for a job, sound engineering job in London, side gig. And I was called in for interview yesterday. And when I was looking at Samexi, I could see myself the way I was, going about answering, the HR and all that. It was a one-on-one interview. And it dawned on me that what I saw this night and what I did yesterday was quite similar, but was in a field where I've had vast experience. And with what I've been able to learn in LEARNTOR and the way I saw Samexi answering those questions with the terms and, the experiences, the stories, I was able to place it together and I'm like, okay, so I think that I have what it takes, but what I just needed was just to see something, in the field which I'm practicing now, which I'm studying for, and I think that I can do it. I like the fact that you talked about the words, the dictionary for, Scrum itself, those words, the nomenclature. And I made up my mind after that interview simulation that I would go on Google and get those words. I will write it down and study it like a dictionary so that any word that comes out of my mouth will be nothing but those words. And I think that would take me further, than I think within a short period of time. So that is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tommy, what do you want to say anything? Do you want to share? But however, I just want to use this medium to say that we have our next cohort. We're ready. Next cohort ready. Okay, there's a free webinar. And this interview simulation was done by someone that got a job at Microsoft. six job offers, and he's one of our trainers. And we had an HR professional, my former boss, that is on this current cohort, to even give real life feedback to the interview simulation. So if you're interested in watching that, in the comments, I'd like you to type Scrum Master interview, and we'll send you the link on any of our channel that you're watching this from, whether it's today, tomorrow. Just type it and we'll send you the link. And if you're interested in signing up for our next webinar, please check in the comments where this content is posted, or go to learntor.ng and visit our website and sign up for the next free webinar that is coming up. And you'll be shocked. You will not believe it, what we have ready for you. So remember this, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. All you need to do, attend the free webinar. And I look forward to seeing you in the free webinar. Tommy, why I see you, you're laughing. Do you want to say something? Yes. Do you want to? Otherwise, I'll call on Megzi to just drop some hints and nuggets. We're committed. We are committed to create a diverse space within the tech ecosystem. Technology, learning tech skills is not rocket science. It's not rocket science. I can tell you that experientially, and you're more than welcome to be part of the next cohort. Emmanuel, do you want to say anything before we wrap up? Okay, fantastic.
Right. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, I think Messi said it all. I have enjoyed working with this cohort. I think you guys are receptive to information. And as you will remember, I'm always trying to ensure that even in our conversations that you talk like seasoned professionals. There has to be a difference from before and during, and I dare say after this course, some of the skills that you should have picked up. And that should actually reflect the difference. You paid money coming on this course, and I expect that you will derive some element of value at the end of it all. One of the things that I will always advocate for is that we get involved in doing. We must always, in the spirit of Agile, plan, do, check. We plan, we do, we check. That there's no other way. And the reason I say that is plan, do, check. Then you go back on that loop to say, okay, where have I got it wrong? Is there something I need to improve on? If you don't get involved, you're just never ever going to know how good you are. And one of the things that I find, even in my journey, and trust me, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I'm always constantly learning, constantly improving myself. And I find that, collaborating with people of like minds, or it does help. One thing that I want us to do more, even on the group, is to share information more, to have breakout sessions, even gather 1 or 2 or 3 people, or ping a message up there who's free for a quick conversation. Don't wait until there's a class before you come together. The forum is already there for you to use within this 8 weeks. Let's do more work, because at the end of the day, opportunity always, you succeed when opportunity meets preparation. Because if you're waiting until the opportunity presents itself, then you're never ever going to get anything done. But if you plan, you work hard, and you prepare yourself, the opportunity presents. Once it comes in, you just key in, and most people will be like, is it magic? What has it done? Nobody will know when you're burning the midnight oil. And I appreciate all the kind comments from Ola and every other person, but trust me, it's been a lot of work. And when I say work, Messi, myself, Yabo, this journey is not today. We've been grinding and we're still grinding, but it takes one step. Tonight Nonso took that step. As much as somebody might just sit down there and think, oh, it's easy, until you're put on the hot seat, you wouldn't know how it feels. But I'll rather go through that, and then you've broken the ice. Tomorrow, if you call Nonso to come into an interview session, impromptu interview, I dare say, she's not going to be daunted by it. And that goes for everyone else. So let's try and see ourselves succeeding even before we get to that place. Because success, the way I always look at success is you succeed in your heart first before you actually take that decision to go do whatever it is you want to do. Because if you don't believe you're going to succeed, you'll never make that move. And that has always worked for me. I don't know about anyone else. Obviously, before prayer, before anything else, you will make that decision in your heart to say, you know what, this is what I want to do. That decision's got to come from you, or else it's not going to happen. So I think, if anything at all, let's continue working, let's continue grinding, let's continue scrumming. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Megzi. I appreciate you all. Without you, none of this would be possible. And by the way, I'm starting a 30 days challenge, which I personally recommend and invite everyone to be part of. The 30 days challenge is to see you, any Scrum Master out there, actually apply for a job and see how the outcome performs. But please apply for the next cohort, a free webinar, and be there. I look forward to having you in the class. Obrigada. Thank you so much.